welcome to MotorCult episode 61. I'm Eric Berger, joined as always by my co-host Ryan Sinitsky. Hello.
Hello there.
We have another guest.
Yes, we do.
Spaz.
Two in a week.
Yay, cat.
And
Cat.
you brought your cool car. That is for sale.
Yes, it is. The V10
Big
TDI is
car.
for sale.
Yes.
And you also brought your own headphones.
Can you
I did
hear?
bring my own
ATH
Can,
M50Xs.
can we hear
They're
Spaz?
fantastic.
Nice.
Are-
We can hear Spaz, but I'll
Okay.
turn him up a little bit more so you can hear him better.
Yeah.
I can get
Uh-oh,
closer.
motion at my Autobahn. Wonder if that was Nick. Also, I slid my phone over my MacBook Pro, and apparently it slid the magnet over the sleep-wake sensor because the screen just went to sleep for a second. Anyway, we're back.
Yes.
Happy Wednesday.
Yes.
Yay.
Wednesday.
Is when it drops.
the middle of the
that's-
week.
It's totally the middle of the week right now.
Yeah. Wednesday is the day in which I go, wow, it's almost like a Friday because Laserdisc movie night is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow,
Ooh, there you
which
go.
we're going to watch Lethal Weapon 3 tomorrow.
Oh,
Ooh,
excellent.
It's
fantastic.
going to be great.
I
Yeah.
think that's the first one where Mel Gibson doesn't have his mullet.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
He has a little more cleaned up hair.
Yeah, he
Leo
loses the
Getz
mullet.
is still there
Yep.
for some reason. I don't know why.
He was he's just such a good character.
Oh, man. Anyway, I guess we'll jump straight into stories, and I'm going to start with a targeted one. Spaz, let's talk about that clickbaity Model 3 performance
Jesus.
time attack thing. That was pretty cool, huh?
That was interesting. And I mean, my take on it is different than a lot of people's just because
Okay,
of the...
you keep talking. I'm going to try to find the link to this
Okay,
and bring it up.
just because the way that the rules are written. Because by definition, electricity is not fuel.
Yeah.
It is the result of fuel. It is, or rather, a byproduct of fuel, but it is not fuel. And so the way the rules are written, it says that specifically that only one internal combustion engine can be used in that class, which it doesn't have any, so that doesn't break that.
Does it
It's
say
an
one
only. It's an only. It's not a
greater than or less
it's
than?
not a greater than or less than. And then the other thing is it states that only gasoline or diesel may be used as fuel.
Yeah.
But again, electricity is not a fuel, so that doesn't apply either. So
But a lithium cell is a fuel source, technically.
No.
it's energy storage.
It's energy
Yeah.
storage. It's different.
Energy
than
is fuel.
Well, no, it's
Depends on
different.
how you define it. I would still define that as fuel.
Well, no, because
A kilowatt hour is a unit of fuel.
of energy.
Energy.
But no, the fuel has to create the energy.
It did. It's just been stored in the vehicle.
Right. So where did
Coal fuel it was used.
Well,
So
it's California, so it's probably not coal.
Find solar
Wind,
fuel.
wind.
Fuel, air
Or
fuel, liquid fuel.
Do they have-
wildfires. Like,
Do they have
Hour
any
too
natural
soon?
gas power plants out there?
I doubt it.
yeah, I think
Because if
I-
that's the case,
I
then,
think you
or if
call
you
it.
charge it off
So
a
what you're
I
telling
I
me-
think a
generator.
tree.
Bring your generator.
I think
and
a
then you'll be
tree.
fine.
I think a tree is called natural gas. Kinda. It's
So what if we put 110 in a Harbor Freight generator and just leave it plugged into the Tesla in the pit?
That's leaded fuel. It's not allowed.
Great.
in
all
class.
right. So what if you put 87 though?
Damn
But
it.
if you carry a generator with you, it doesn't say
87.
It says that you have to have one engine in the vehicle, right?
Well, one internal combustion engine.
So what if you just put an internal
Well,
combustion engine into the car and
Go
just,
get a Predator
Wait,
5-horse motor
wait,
and just
yeah,
strap it into the trunk?
This has all been discussed, but at the end of the day,
My
the
people.
face. God damn it!
It's true.
But no, at face value, this isn't against the rules as they're worded. Now, granted, a governing body in racing is the final say as to how the rules are interpreted. They
yeah.
wrote them; they get to interpret them.
Sure. It's like a
everybody-
building inspector, I get it.
Everybody else gets to benefit or cry over it.
I tried to do my crying face. It didn't work very well.
No,
So-
I don't think the listeners will be able to.
No,
be
they
able to see
won't.
that. Probably for the better.
Now they can because I did it into my camera.
Oh, jeez. So
correct reaction.
what ended up happening was initially everything started with Mountain Pass Performance bringing this Model 3, and initially the owner of Mountain Pass, who was not the owner of the vehicle, turned a lap and set actually what would have been a first place time with the car, and so GTA swung by and said, "Hey, by the way, rules of enthusiast class state that the owner has to be the one setting the laps." So like, okay, so they put the owner of the vehicle in, and he set a second place lap. And they were like, "Hey, by the way, somebody protested based on the way we interpret the rules. The car is technically not legal for the class, so And GT8 is this really weird thing where
And this
they
is Grand
only-
Theft Auto, correct?
No, Global Time Attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do this really weird thing
I wanna
where,
smash, like,
where they
strippers
don't
with that
care. They don't care at all if anybody's cheating until they end up on the podium. So they basically said like
Interesting.
so they
That makes sense.
So they basically said I don't think it makes sense. But
Well,
that's,
I mean, if somebody's
But they're concentrating their efforts.
No,
Like,
yeah,
they-
you're
they-
concentrating your efforts.
I,
Yeah,
I understand from that aspect.
why are you
but,
hassling the guy in 17th place when you're?
I mean,
there's
17th. What if you're hassling the guy? What if you're hassling the guy in 4th?
That's a good point. That
Or
is a
what,
very
if,
good
what
point.
if you're the guy in 5th and they're not hassling the guy in 4th?
That's a very good point. So yeah, no, I think the higher you up the podium, they should hassle you more. But like, if you're cheating and you're in like, nowhere near podium, like who cares?
Right. But so basically they said unless you end up on the podium, like it's fine, don't worry about it. But if you end up on the podium, we're going to have to disqualify you. And the guys at Mountain Pass Performance decided, hey, we're going to be smart about this. We're gonna create a bunch of buzz, create a bunch of drama, and
Like this clickbaity link right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Disqualified
Exactly
for
like
being
that.
electric? Question
One
mark,
sec- one
exclamation
second,
point,
one second.
question mark, exclamation point.
Let's stop for a second because electric, that is the biggest Tesla nut swinger fanboy website ever.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I trust electric about as much as I trust Fox News and Breitbart. So I don't even care about them at all.
so basically they
Tesla
said,
owners group right here.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they basically said if you're going to disqualify us, do it on the podium at the ceremony.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, Global Time Attack, who at this point has just announced that they're trying to put together an international grade event at COTA that is in February of next year.
Yeah.
That they're trying to put on the level of World Time Attack Challenge.
Yeah.
They're trying to get that international attention, try to bring them in. And for whatever reason, they decide to do this, which, granted, it is a publicity stunt, and
Yeah.
some will say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but this doesn't make them look good.
Yeah, but I mean,
Disqualifying a car
Right.
off the podium, even if it was planned, like why would you agree to that?
Are they
Especially
planning-
if you're
I don't know. I think the fact that we're talking about them, that's kind of a big deal.
Are they planning to revise their class to
Oh
accept
yes,
electric or no?
They in their statement regarding this, they specifically have stated that they are planning to fix the way the rules are worded to allow electric cars next season.
So that's the thing. What they're doing is it's kind of like World Wrestling Entertainment does.
But they're also the first to really have this issue in
Yeah,
a
but-
governing race body.
yeah,
So I mean,
that's
I
true.
get how that could be positive.
Well, actually,
for
they're
them
not the
still.
first, but
I understand, but this is the first time that they've
in
like
modern
really
yeah,
gone after the
in, like,
clickbaity,
yeah.
like, oh my goodness,
well,
nut swinging.
no. So
Yeah.
I think no. What they're doing is they're kind of doing what WWE does, where they make Vince McMahon, the owner of the corporation, into
Is he the one that did the cockfighting ring?
no. Anyway, so they put him into the position of being the bad guy.
Fighting.
No, they put him into the position of being the bad guy. So
Right.
when somebody breaks the rules, like now everybody's like, oh, is he gonna get away with it? What's gonna happen? Are they gonna fight in the ring? Like
Yeah.
With their cocks?
obviously, you're not gonna have the odor of GTA like hopping in a car next to them and like they're gonna have like a grudge match or anything. But no, I get what they're trying to get at here. I mean, it makes sense because it's at their point, any publicity is good publicity. I mean, you're trying to get.
I mean,
you know,
this got
people
covered by
talking
a
about it.
lot of outlets.
Yeah,
Oh,
like the fact that I saw this on Jalopnik and everybody, like Road and Track and stuff like
Let me
that.
just go back to the Google search I just did.
Yeah, so Jalopnik,
look.
CNET. Yeah,
CNET, yeah, Jalopnik,
I think I saw it on Ars Technica even.
Model 3 Owners Club, Reddit, Tesla Roddy. What is this? Mountain Pass Performance?
I don't even want to know. Don't click it.
I will not. Oh, also, like a quick tangent. We'll come back. Somebody stole the freaking Maserati.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Who? Like, who isn't going to turn you in? Everyone knows about Roadkill. That's a very distinctive vehicle. Anyway,
it's like when somebody stole Guy Fieri's Camaro.
people are
Right.
so dumb. All right, sorry. Please continue.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, I get what they're going at, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to get all the hype, because since they're trying to rewrite the rules to have electric cars, well, who's to be super hyped about watching electric cars, beat out non-electric cars?
Model 3 Owners Club.
Yeah, every single person with an electric car.
Yeah.
So that's what they're trying to do. I think it's a great idea. as much as
I have never seen so much virtual dropped trow chub nursing on the internet as I have on an electric car.
and that's
forum.
perfectly fine, because if that means if that means when I finally get myself a 500E,
Yeah.
and I go to an owners club meeting, and it's not just a bunch of lentil-matic bicyclist douchebags, like I'm gonna be really happy.
That time is coming.
Yeah, those
Like
people.
the We can
only
those
hope,
people
yeah.
can go ahead, take a hike, and like lick my ass, because those people suck. And I want to get actual car enthusiasts into
It'll happen.
EVs.
It will.
And
Oh, yeah.
something like this is gonna make that happen.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially with this kind of hype.
And the Model
Well-
3 performance drives really well.
And
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see, on like Speed Hunters coverage of it, and they say, check out this Model 3 decimates, HKS Evo.
Yeah, I
on the
want
track.
that kind of clickbait. I don't want to disqualify
Right.
for being electric, but like Model 3, like what are the really buzzy words?
Yeah, no, but I know.
Trounces or
Yeah,
like
trounces.
eats the lunch. I don't know. There's all the political buzzwords, whatever
Oh
those
God,
are.
those ones.
Roasts.
Grills.
Grills.
God, I hate that. Like whenever
Tesla grills. Lamborghini.
whenever
at
you
the
listen to
racetrack.
NPR, they have like 3 verbs for like questioning somebody. And
We
they,
should
It's true.
redo Tom
Only-
Sikowski's Jump to Conclusions, Matt, with the
Oh.
media grill Matt. It's this
Media
Matt on
buzzwords.
the ground with these different buzzwords.
and you
that
look at it
can
and all
jump
it's just
to.
the same 3 words listed over and over again.
Grills, roasts, and
God,
Something else.
I can't remember what the third one is.
there's a bunch of good ones.
Whenever I hear it,
Listeners are literally screaming at their computers at work and in the car and now with other good buzzwords.
know,
but we
right?
can't hear them.
well, if you're a Patreon, send us a message and state your favorite buzzword you hear at NPR.
Member supported public radio.
exactly. But no, that's actually it's so stupid, and I hate electric.com. But
We
you know,
can
what,
unanimously get behind that.
yeah,
now.
good, good for them for hyping it up, though. Any hype is good hype.
and no substance.
Yeah, and any hype is good hype right now, and I just want to see. I want to see EVs, become cool. I want to see there be development and performance parts for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because every time I hear somebody say, "Oh, so into hot rodding," I look at them and I just want to call them an idiot, but
Bruh.
they're not like directly in front of me, so I can't. Because
Like,
People
can, they
said
just
that-
won't hear you.
people said that when gasoline engines took over from steam engines.
Now, see, this newfangled gasoline will never catch on. Steam power's got way more hydraulic
We're
pressure.
the fastest car in the world. Like, yeah, no, it's just whenever somebody says this is the end of hot rodding, just tell them to F off, because they've historically been wrong every time. They said
Yep.
hybrids were the end of it. Well, now every supercar or every
You're
hypercar
right.
is hybrid.
Like they're
And it-
using it for kinetic energy recovery.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
weird.
hybrid.
Yeah, and then like you have the electric cars. Let's
Mr.
into hot
Karma,
rodding.
Bolt. I mean, those are all cars that are technological masterpieces.
Yeah,
right?
people are like, oh, I like hot rodding because I like the sound, and it's like if you ever hear a gutted out Tesla, like
Dude, yeah, like the 3-phase motor with the
the
gearbox.
Teslanda with like
yeah.
like stuff like that, like that's the future of hot rodding, and I'm
yeah.
100% behind that. Am I still going to build internal combustion engines?
Am I gonna still
absolutely.
own like
And-
9 cars that get 10 mpg? Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Why wouldn't you?
All the more
that's-
reason to do it.
that's also called being open-minded, because I don't want to end up like the one pissed off baby boomer, or not the one, the thousands of pissed off baby boomers that I always see at Back to the
All
50s,
boomers.
and they're all mad because nothing has a carburetor on it anymore, and they haven't taken the last 40 years to figure out how to work a fuel injector. Yeah, I don't want to end up like that
They're
guy.
making your fuel injection look like carburetors now to try to bamboozle us into
Yeah,
using their newfangled technology. I don't like it.
Exactly
I don't like
that.
it one bit.
That's exactly it, and I do not want to end up like that guy, and
no.
I'm fully willing to embrace
But-
electric.
You bet your ass there's gonna be something in 20 years that's like we are super behind like that the
Oh,
next
totally.
generation's gonna be like, what are you on about?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What are you talking about? Coilovers? What? Like,
Why do you still drive dinosaur powered
what the
juice
hell?
cars?
What the hell is a tire? Like hover cars, man.
We're using Tweels now, bro.
What do you have as a steering wheel? Why don't you just like insert your hands
don't
these
get me
ambiotic
started.
sacs and like
Whoa.
You steer with
Lines
2
were
flashlights
crossed.
now, man.
no, there's God, well, no, there was a sci-fi movie where like they're like, I don't know how to drive it. Or no, it was actually a Star Wars Clone Wars TV show. They were trying to figure out how to like fly this like
Is
new
that
fighter
canon?
jet from this other planet called Umbara, and they're like sitting here trying to figure it out, and it's like. You like put your hands in these like ambiac sacks and go like this to drive it.
I was wondering how we were going to connect this to what we were talking about, but I should never even think about it anymore. I'm like, there's got to be
There's gonna be some
some tie-in.
If it doesn't make sense, it's probably a really obscure Star Wars reference. So anyway,
I was talking to the graphics guy at work, the one that so graciously made the MotorCult stickers for us, and he's working on a replacement logo, which it'll be great. I told him to keep the color palette, but he's like, I'm working the tangent symbol into your new logo. I'm like, please do. Because, like, really, that is all we are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, you are a much better designer than I am, so I look forward to
one
this.
tangent after another.
But after he does that, I'll get all the banners, and we'll start doing we'll talk about this in a few stories here. But
Yes.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
I want to go on a completely different route.
Is it a tangent?
It might turn into one.
Excellent.
Anything,
Faz likes
anything
tangents. I can tell by his smile.
anything and
Yas,
everything
girl.
can turn to a tangent.
Hi, girl.
Aries. We talked
Yep.
about their 400i, whatever.
We did.
This is my new favorite coach builder because they have another one that they're making called the Aries Panther, which is a Lamborghini Huracan rebodied to look like a Di Tommaso Pantera.
Oh.
Which is amazing.
It's got flip-up headlights in 2019. Like, that is so
Tell
cool.
me more.
Look at it. That is so cool.
Also, can we say that camo is like
The most ridiculous camo.
it's amazing. It's like
Oh,
a
yes.
robot unicorn.
No,
space
those are
camo.
they're robot Roman helmets.
Yeah, but it's got a unicorn thing sticking out of the.
Perfect.
It's awesome. That's what it is. But anyway, yeah, these guys, every car they touch is just awesome. Yeah, so I'm really excited. To
I
see-
love how it has like JDM Drifter S13 like lazy pop-ups.
Yes.
So
Oh,
Well, they
it's
don't
great.
need to go. They're projectors. They
I know.
Don't need to
Yeah,
go
they've
up higher
got they've
than
got.
I know it just.
I think.
I wish they had gone full hog and done
Yeah,
the
just the
full
huge,
up.
like
Yeah.
all the way up, and
Or
you
give
have
you
like
like an
this-
option.
The
Give you an
40,
Or the-
46, the
well, the
H40,
other-
46 bulb, this big, tall, square one.
H4 sealed.
No, it's a H40, 46 is the sealed being the big, tall one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, the other option is to do it like the Z31, where there's just a cutout in the bumper. So
Yep,
that
that's
so that-
true. Yep, I would actually prefer that. You know how to
Tell-
cater to your audience.
I know how to cater to my audience.
Tell me more. No, they're saving that for when they make a Z31 out of the next generation Z car.
The back looks too much like a Huracan for me.
Well, they're still in the process of making it, but I do like that they at least made the attempt with the upturned exhaust, and they have
Yep.
the gradient taillights. I like that, or not the gradient, but the
What this company needs to do to win me over is move the air conditioning condenser and fan to the back between the mufflers like it is in the actual Pantera.
yes,
Yeah.
that would be cool. That
Which is the dumbest thing ever, but it's awesome. Also, if they can make the cargo capacity what it is in the Pantera, my uncle just bought one of these things a couple months ago.
Pantera, or
Yeah,
Huracan?
Pantera, and it's like unbelievably practical. Like
Yeah.
you could fit so much more crap in
It
there.
was
you'd
made
never
to be
think it.
It was
No.
made to be sold at a Ford dealership. Of course it is.
Although none of them can carry anything, because in order to have the cargo capacity, you have to have the liner in the back, and you can't see the engine or transaxle if that's
it'll
that sounds
also
awful.
likely overheat and burn
Guess-
your cargo alive.
the guy we bought it from had the liner in his shed for the last 15 years.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, nobody
Never
puts him
used,
in there because you want the ZF transaxle and the 351.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I'll
Yeah.
bring it. I'll bring the Pantera here for an episode next year when it's nice out.
Awesome.
It's mint. I mean, this
You know-
thing is just gorgeous.
Another thing that they could do with this car is they could take this like another route and they can make a Maserati Merak out of it, and they could just like cut two
This
holes
is
in
the
like
SS.
yeah, or they could like cut like two holes like in the sides so like you might see through it. It's got these little like flying buttresses in the rear. It'd be really cool. So
Can we put a really unreliable V6 in it too?
I'm sure we can.
Awesome.
So I'm sure we can find some sort of weird a Volkswagen 3-liter. A Volkswagen Audi Group 3-liter, unreliable V6. There you go.
For the record, we were talking about the pre-30T30. We're
The-
talking like the 2000 to 2005.
I know what I
30.
said. I said 3.0,
I
not
know.
3.0T.
I know, but I'm clarifying for the listeners that don't know about this absolute crap pile of an engine.
So bad.
We cast the cams out of genibenium.
Yeah,
What's
no,
that? Well, it's a metal that just doesn't hold up and it eats
It's,
into the
it's
valve
made
train.
of jelly beans. Like,
I'm like, why did you do that? It's just more. It's more profit.
More profitable.
It's got a real nice profit margin.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, wow, I'm good at
But yeah,
tangents too.
so Ari's, I think they can do no wrong at this point because
Ryan, look how cheap it is too. Downright affordable.
yeah, 515,000. Actually, to be honest, for a coach built car,
It's not too bad.
That's
Considering
pretty-
a standard
it's really
Huracan has
not.
got to be 200 and something, right?
yeah, it's that would be worth it. I would buy that over a Huracan.
If you can afford one Huracan, you can surely afford two of them.
You know, there's
Right.
one
If
thing.
you can afford two of them, you might as well just buy that.
There's
Exactly.
one thing about
no brainer.
There's one thing about
Duh.
the Huracan that is very specific to me. Where
Real, genuine consumer
I
advice.
100% could give no more than a quarter of a shit about a Huracan normally. Because I just don't care about it at
No.
all. I don't like the Gallardo. I don't like the Huracan. I
Gallardo.
feel like I don't care. Every
I'm still going to correct you.
every Lamborghini should
Thank
either
you,
have a
Eric.
You're
V12
welcome, Spence.
in it, or it should have a Cameo Miami Vice, or Phil Collins drives one.
The amount of Miami Vice references you have said in my presence this year is genuinely sickening. It's
I'm
got to
okay.
be like 15 or 20.
I had to make an exception for the Yalpa, the Lamborghini Yalpa, because that's the one not V12 Lamborghini. That
Thank
I
you for
like.
at least saying that model correctly.
Yeah, Yalpa.
Yeah, I know.
Because I actually
That's-
care about that car.
How do you say the name of Jenna's old car?
Murcielago.
Yeah, thank you.
You just,
Making sure you're not fully retarded.
no, you say Murcielago.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's an Italian word that
Yeah.
actually means something.
And actually, it has
Although
got-
nothing's better than the word for Countach.
yes, that is true.
Literally
which is,
translates to what is it? Shit.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Or if you're an official publication, oh gosh.
but no, the
Oh darn.
yeah, the Murcielago has a little accent mark on it, so you have to pronounce it correctly. It's like you see like two.
The door jams in that car are strangely poverty. Like it has it written on it, but it's all plastic. Like it's
Of course it is.
black plastic.
Of course it
in
is.
a $327,000
Yeah, you
car.
know what? I bet they give you a chrome option for extra
Still a Volkswagen
50K.
product.
It actually isn't though.
Yeah, it's
Most of it's like it's on Diablo Electronics.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
you can't
mostly
use
Chrysler,
VAGCOM on
yeah.
it, which is horseshit.
Ruined.
It is the last Lamborghini you can't just plug a Rostec VAGCOM cable into and do everything. Like this thing is just like, yeah, we're gonna give you the ISO certification, but that's it.
I'm
Like you can
so
pull
happy about
engine
that.
codes out of the DME, but that's it. If you need cat computer codes,
I'm
That's
really,
cute.
I'm
Go
really
to the
happy about
dealer.
that, and that's why the Murcielago is my favorite, like
That
the
car-
newest Lamborghini that I like.
it
Because
has good reliable stuff from Audi, but it's got all of the actual car parts
You
are
don't-
still definitely.
You don't buy a
Diablo.
Lamborghini to get it reliable. You buy a Lamborghini because it's a Lamborghini, and then you deal with whatever it has to do.
I bought it for the 6-speed gated shifter.
Yeah, like that's why. That's how I like
I can agree
Pagani.
with that.
Very fine.
That's how I like Pagani, because Pagani, they don't care about anything else except making, like, that's what Lamborghini should be, is what Pagani is today. Like, they should design, it's a car that's designed to be what it is. It's not trying to be competitive or anything. It's just trying to be awesome.
Yep.
I mean, they've basically taken over that mantle.
Oh yeah.
No, they really
for
have.
sure.
Like, a Zonda has, like, the same place in my heart for every reason that a Countach has a place in my heart. It does all the same stuff. It cares about aesthetic first, and everything else be damned. It happens. it
Not
happens.
true. That's
happens,
the Spiker C8.
Yeah, it's
that
true.
car drives like trash, but it's gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly. But another one.
Zonda drives really well and
As I say,
amazing.
the Zonda happens to be a hypercar, though, not a supercar, so it's actually good at more
True.
than one thing.
That is true.
The Spiker C8 is
That's
that's a supercar. And that
Loose
is,
terms supercar. Audi
No.
4.2.
no, it's a supercar. It's
What's that noise when you start it? No, it's the timing chain.
don't worry about it. Look at this cool steering wheel.
It's actually a belt 4.2, thank God. But
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, that's great.
It's a really early. Yeah, I mean the Spiker C8 came out
somewhat
like
redeeming.
2002. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I would-
actually a pretty solid car,
No, I,
but
really,
it drives really badly.
I don't even care how it drives, because like,
Have you seen the shifter on the Spiker C8?
yeah, it's awesome. Like, that's why I don't care about how it drives.
It's
'Cause
like that shifter could be made on AVE with like classical music going in the background. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, no, that is like the coolest interior ever.
Yeah.
Like, even the
It's
fact
like
that
a
it
luxury
drives,
yacht interior in a car.
yeah, and the fact that it drives like garbage means you'll be driving slower than you otherwise would, so you get to experience the interior even more.
You get to enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a manual.
Forces you to spend time there.
Exactly. It's great.
You're going to be
You know-
spending so much time waiting for the tow truck with this thing.
You know what Mitsubishi should do? Is Mitsubishi should get the interior designer from Spiker, and then they would sell hotcakes.
That guy's probably dead. He probably crashed his C8 and
Yeah,
was
probably.
impaled on the non-airbag, like, spired steering column.
That
I hope he's alive, for the record.
That steering wheel is also something I would not want to ever hit at any sort of force ever. Like, I wouldn't want to bump into that getting into the car, much less in a car
right.
accident. Have you seen it?
It's coming up.
It's coming up. Yeah, we'll show you. It is truly terrifying.
I have to Google so slowly on this thing, otherwise it just, like, totally freaks
There
out.
it is. There's the
There's
original
the early
steering wheel.
one, yeah. I don't think this lasts very long because they put an airbag wheel in it eventually.
Yeah, I think they made it for like a year.
Yeah, like you
And they
can't
ruined it.
put a luxury yacht steel steering wheel in a car and sell it. Like what
Well,
we did
I mean,
this
they
one
did.
time. Come on.
This is really fighting with you.
It-
Also, Spiker is one of the oldest car companies in the world.
and yeah, it was dead for a long time.
They were dead for a very long time. They came back, and they came back in the greatest
there it
way
is.
possible.
Look at that interior.
Yeah,
It's just like old
It's
chronograph
amazing.
dials, engine turned aluminum. Look at the pedal box. It's just
could you tell that this car was very popular prior to World War II? This brand.
Oh yeah.
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 Because I mean that's what everybody wants their dash to look like now.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
That's what supposed to look like with like the analog rally gauges and the passenger side and everything.
Yep.
Like that's awesome.
Like the Cobra downstairs, it's a rep, but it's a good one. And like the only speedometer in the car is directly in front of the passenger seat.
That's great. I
Yeah,
love it.
That's the only one.
That's the only one that matters.
Well, if you're using it to the point where you care what the speedometer says,
Right.
you're not going to be able to look away at the
I think
speedometer.
honestly it's for time trial use.
No,
I think that's probably why they did that.
It's
but,
for speed distance time
Yeah.
rally racing.
but like, look at the top of the windshield. Like, there's no metal pillar there. It's just, man. I don't know how we got on this tangent. I'm sorry, but
Yes, Spiker is amazing.
My techs would probably love that windshield. Looks like half the work.
Yeah,
right?
you just
Only two bonded seams.
tell me more.
Spiker, see, it's the wet dream of a window tech. I gotcha. Learning so much today.
Hype up Carl, the CEO from Morris, into buying one for himself, and then like when he inevitably gets a chip in the windshield, he'd be like, "Yes, I won something."
Are you daily driving the Spiker? No, you should be.
Yeah, you should be. Get that Bentley Bentayga out of here.
Oh.
I'll pester him the next time I see him.
There you go. Good.
Can we please never mention the Bentayga again?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's not a good vehicle.
That was me.
Also, when I think of the Bentley Bentayga, I think of Alex because there's a $150,000 clock upgrade in the car, and it gives you a Breitling clock that's like super whatever. I don't care. It's a clock. But I heard about that.
yeah,
I'm
but
like,
watch snobs are
I know, but
watch
I
snobs.
heard about that, and I'm like, God, Alex Bellis when he found that out must have just like lost
And
his
Matt
shit.
Farah.
Yeah, him and Matt
yeah.
Farah. I can just imagine like
just like a double Dutch rudder. right
imagine like Alex Bellis running into Matt Farah at like Monterey Car Week, and there's like
there. At the watch booth.
at like a watch booth or a watch shop somewhere in like Carmel, and they're just losing their shit. It's like you're like it'd be like Alex Bellis and Matt Farah like.
How much tongue?
The term is helicopter tongue, Corey, and it's real.
No, it'd be the same as like me running into like Brian Posehn or somebody at like the Star Wars like
Nobody
ILM.
knows who that is.
He's a comedian.
Okay.
Yeah, like me and like Brian Posehn or somebody like running into each other at like ILM at the Lucasfilm headquarters, and we're just like
goodness.
nerding out.
I do wonder if there's like such thing as like if you get too stressed out, like you can have like health problems and coronary and die or whatever. But like, is there such things like being too jazzed
Yeah,
and like
there
having
has to
health
be.
problems from being like
wonder-
too jazzed?
We need to
I
ask
can
a
think of
doctor.
one health problem:
Oh,
permanent jazz hand.
I thought you were gonna say an erection that lasts more than 4 hours.
No, that's just a given.
That's what happens when you have permanent jazz hands. You have that and an erection, you can't stop.
The guy in the waiting room at the
Don't
health
combine
office.
the two.
My body is physically tired. I want to go to
Please
bed.
help me.
But my heart rate is too high for me to sleep. and I can't do anything about this.
I'm
This
getting
is
the meat
horrible.
sweats and I've had no meat.
Exactly.
MotorCult. I do love our tangents.
So, Burger, you
Yeah.
said last episode that we'll be having some updates to Patreon. Why don't you tell me about it?
Well, just a brief rundown. So right now we've got the $1.50 level, which is just purely, there's really no benefit other than you get to know that you buy us beer, and we still appreciate that level. That one's staying intact as is, just because there's probably some people that are just like, well, it's fine. I listen to it once in a while. That's not very much money per month. We still appreciate it. The $5 level is going to go away, and that's actually the most popular one that we have right now. And the only benefit that currently gives you is the ability to give us topics.
Yes.
And what we're going to do is replace the $5 level with a $15 level, and that one's going to give you merch
There you go.
and topics.
I think that you actually get something for that.
You're right. And
like a
I,
2 for
right now,
1.
I kind of feel bad, like the $5 level. I'm like, there are weeks where we don't touch on Patreon, and I don't think that's quite fair to the Patreons. A lot of them don't care.
Poor Tucker is just like sitting there with his like Patreon just floating out in the ether, hoping every week.
I haven't looked into it, but I'm guessing Tucker's Patreon $5 a month thing probably just gets like canceled due to like bounce checks or something. But anyway,
No.
That is
we
so
love you,
rad.
Tucker. I'm sorry.
Someday
Patreon.
he'll
Yeah.
But yeah.
Patreon does not accept payment in quarters.
So that's what I'm working on. I'm going to get shirts and hats, and if there's any other requests, please let us know. Those are kind of the big ones. And how I want to work that into it, it's not going to be a one-time deal, but it's probably at that level. It's going to be once a year. We'll mail you a new piece of apparel, just because like
can
if
we-
you,
can
it's
we
not,
make
it doesn't
underwear?
make sense to like just like pay us $15 a month forever and get one thing.
Yeah,
That's kind of dumb.
That doesn't make
but-
sense.
But
Can we make? I got a merch request. I want to make briefs, underwear briefs, but on each butt cheek it has our faces.
I think we would lose all of
Modi's
our.
face.
I would buy that.
That'd be fantastic.
Okay, well,
Then
become a Patreon patron and recommend in the request that we do briefs with our faces on your ass, and then you can shit all over us all the time.
exactly, and
Or sit on their faces.
maybe on like
So they should be on the inside.
on like the elastic band. It says MotorCult on it.
That actually would be really
That'd
cool.
be pretty nifty.
I'll see what I can do. Those you
Excellent.
can get those. I'm also thinking about doing koozies. I've been thinking about doing that forever just because they're awesome. We'll
I
have the
like your
stickers
IBM
forever.
koozie.
Thank you.
That's
This
really
was like a
cool.
really pure light blue when I got it. Now it's dirt color. But the beauty of the cheap crappy koozies, these fit bottles pretty well too.
Yeah.
And the nice ones like the one that Corey's got
Oh,
from
those
my
ones I
parents'
hate
company.
those. Yeah, you got.
They're really good at cans, but they're not good with bottles because they just slip in and out in that motion right there, which is a lot of suggestion.
like a hot dog on the hallway.
But again,
if you're
these
listening.
changes aren't going to happen until 2019. So our $5 patrons right now, when I make the change, you're going to get.
Grandfathered in.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to change your donation level. It's just not going to be something new people can
you're not
get
gonna
up
be able
for.
to get,
So we're going to give you the option to up to the $15 level with the merch. And I'll outline exactly what that'll entail, and I still have to figure it out myself.
So you still
MotorCult
can,
is
if you,
a total goddamn cash fire right now.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to make it so I lose less money by doing this. I still love it. I'll do it forever. Like I don't really care about losing money, but I want to get it all sorted. But again, stay tuned. We'll tell you when the changes are happening.
yes.
But that just as a heads up, we're changing the Patreon levels to try to get more involvement and get you guys a little more swag.
Yeah, no, we want to be able to give you back something too. And plus, on the blog that I'm currently
I don't
working
like
on,
red numbers on my spreadsheet.
Well, no, not just that. Like, I also, my other
all
thing,
red.
my other thing is like, I don't like,
Sounds familiar.
I don't like having to say like, oh, what do you get for $5 a month? You get to ask us a question. Like,
Right, and that's the thing. I'm like, if I was supporting somebody, I'd be like, well, I mean, I'm just
That's
doing
not
it
really
'cause-
worth it.
Which is
Like,
why
what do you
none
get?
of the $5 level people that we have, and we have a few,
Yeah.
none of them really care about submitting the question. Scott just does it so we have extra content, which is super nice.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, but like I also feel bad. I'm like, well, $5 a month isn't a lot of money, but like it's still something. Like we appreciate it.
that
So
adds up. I mean, you do. Have,
I just want to get to the point where the beer is paid for, basically.
That's fair. And then with the blog that
Yeah.
we're working on, I was going to try and get that out of beta this week, but I had a couple things I
I
had to
should say it in the
update.
British way. Beta.
Beta. I had to get it out of beta this week.
Going
but,
from beta to alpha.
no, once that goes live, I'll also have merch for sale separately, so you can get MotorCult t-shirts.
Well, then you put the briefs on there.
Well, I'm also
Call
gonna
it
have
good.
I'm gonna have some of the stuff We'll have special designs on the blog as well.
Oh my!
I'm
How
sure
80s are they going to be?
extremely.
All right.
Because
Perfect.
I have a certain graphic design style, and it is called Memphis Milano.
We have noticed. I'm just so thankful that it's not incorporating Comic Sans or Papyrus. So
Yeah, no, I mean, how bad is Laser 84 when you have Comic Sans existing? So. Oh my God. Laser 84 is
I don't want to talk about your fonts. The Patreon changes are coming.
Easy copter.
Listen for it for another update in early 2019, and that's that. Let's move
Alien
on.
Encounters.
Close Encounters of the Turd kind.
Astro Boy Italic.
Please just talk about your next topic. I'm so perturbed.
You know what I'm really not jazzed about?
What, Ryan?
Tomorrow, Wednesday, is today. So tomorrow, Thursday, we are going to be doing Thanksgiving
We're
travel.
pulling this off immaculately.
Yeah, we are.
And people on Twitch are like, did I sleep through like 3 or 4 days?
No, I just want to complain for a while about Thanksgiving travel. And how
It's
stupid it is.
already happening.
Oh my God!
Have you seen the drivers on the road the last couple days?
They're
the
awful.
plugged traffic.
It's just Thanksgiving's so stupid. You have to sit through so much traffic to go hang out with family you don't want to hang out with, talk about things you don't want to talk about.
Painfully holding in your shits between meals.
If you're a Republican, deal with your one liberal uncle. If you're liberal, deal with your one Republican uncle, and just be mad all the time. It's awful. And then the next day, you probably have to go into work. 'Cause not everybody gets Black Friday off. I do. So
I do too.
Jokes on you. But
I have no idea if I get Thursday or Friday off yet.
well, you'll find out. You'll find out when you get written up after you don't show up for 2 days.
I will never get written up for not going to work. Don't you worry.
But no, it's one of those things. It's such a stupid holiday. And then on top of that, like everything's closed on Thanksgiving. It's really dumb. Like
No, because Black Friday is so diluted now. They open all
God.
that crap in the 5 p.m. on Thursday.
I just don't want to.
Like, I'm still eating. Leave me the F alone.
I want to stand out at 2 in the morning
Like-
and beat other people away with my warm
I
egg
want-
McMuffins in
I
line.
want the day off of work. Yeah, that's fine. But it's like I want everything to still be open. I want it to basically be a Saturday,
That's fair. It
extra
basically is.
Saturday.
Yeah.
It kind of not really because
You
everything's
need the
closed.
recovery time. There's a lot of jalopnik surfing with the iPad, if you know what
And
I mean.
then the other
the
thing,
day after.
the other thing with
I don't know
With-
if that's smart.
Well, you're gonna have to poop a lot, so
yeah, the other thing with
that's what
fair.
we
Thanksgiving is that
do.
is
Jalopnik.
Thanksgiving is the marker of here comes the Christmas inundation.
No,
Christmas creep has already begun past that, but it's like you have like 1 or 2 little Christmas references, and then the
No,
effing floodgates open.
Nah, I wait until the trick or treaters are halfway through coming to the houses, and then I put my Christmas stuff up.
I don't care about that at all.
What does this switch do on the mixer here?
No!
Cool. What I should do is like turn up your headphones really loud and turn your level really low so you think that you're still
Think that
audible.
I'm still on.
And you're totally not. Oh man.
No, so
Thank you, Behringer.
I think the only other holiday that bothers me as much is Easter, because being Jewish,
Same.
it is a random day sometime in spring that I cannot remember for the life of me, where everything is mysteriously closed. Like I
Damn
remember,
long years trying to take Easter away from Jesus.
no, I had a it was 2 years ago. I was hosting my Japanese nostalgic car community like monthly meet, and I hosted it on
But
Easter.
that's a thriving group of folks.
It actually is really fun. But anyway, I think every Japanese car that's older than 20 years old, they're all cool.
No, I know the cars are cool, but like the people, I just picture a bunch of yous talking.
No, there's a handful of us. A lot of people from like Drive Cartel and stuff like that.
Okay,
like
those people are
there's a
pretty
lot
good.
of overlap
Okay,
between
good.
those two.
I assume you are the most obtuse.
No, there's worse. Those people I can't talk to.
Don't want that.
I can't talk to those people. There's this guy's like, hey dude, hey, let me tell you about my Mitsubishi Cordia. No, I don't care.
How about no?
No, so no, Easter is like the most annoying holiday for me because it's a random Sunday in which everything's mysteriously closed. Anyway, so I had a car show on at Easter once, and everyone's like, you know, it's Easter. I'm like, what?
What's that?
And they're like,
Did you know that I'm Buddhist?
They're like, so no, actually, I ended up hosting it, and I went to the car show. It was really funny because like everybody was there. were like, they were either like, like Chinese Buddhist. They were Hmong. They're a lot of Hmong people, and then like every Jew ever was there. And every Jew had movie popcorn with them because they just got out of the movie that they went to go see. Because that's what Jews do on Easter is we go see movies and we go
I'm
to
learning
Chinese
so much
restaurants.
about culture right now.
No, right?
But it's just
Went to a wine tasting last night. I'm learning about Jews and movie popcorn.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, that's a tangent on my end. I just wanted to I just wanted to spend some of your time complaining about Thanksgiving and now Easter because that's how things happen for me. Anyway, Burger.
Wow.
Tell me about Russians on a bridge.
Okay, you guys are going to like this. I guarantee it. I just put this in because it's a really funny story. So there's a vehicle-only bridge. There's probably a bunch of them, but there's a vehicle-only bridge in Russia. It's a fixed bridge. It's not a drawbridge, the one that the drew penis is on or whatever.
No, it's called the
I mean,
Gold.
you had me interested at Russia
No,
at this
the-
point.
the- this is
You know it's going to be pretty lively.
No,
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let me explain this bridge because I actually know this bridge a little bit. It's in Vladivostok. It's called the Gold Bridge, and it's the main entrance to the downtown area.
Yeah,
So
but it's vehicle only.
it's vehicle only, and the other way to get into the downtown area, you have to like go like all the way around town, and it's like basically like if you're in, for Minnesota reference, if you're in St. Louis Park and you're trying to get to Uptown, imagine doing that driving via St. Paul.
Pretty much. It's similar to that kind of distance.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's-
awful. No offense, Eric.
It's a 3-mile drive.
I didn't create this bridge. It's fine.
It's a 3-mile drive, and if you don't use this
no,
bridge,
I'm
it turns
saying
into
the
like a
St. Paul
20-mile
part.
drive.
Oh, that's fine. I'm going to turn off the screen grab for a second as the ad plays. But anyway, so there's a group of 6 Russian men that I don't know what they used. I'm guessing a refrigerator box.
Let's guess. One second. Spaz, do you know the story? Do you know what happens in it?
I do not.
Okay.
So
guess
I'm very much excited.
How did these men get across this bridge that's
I'm-
vehicle only?
I'm kind of seeing what's on the screen, and I'm very, very impressed
Yes.
and happy.
They made a cardboard bus. They put over 6 people, and they tried to walk this cardboard bus down a vehicle bridge at a slow walking pace.
This made it onto NPR. By the way, just like I heard about this. This is how I know everything about this story.
amazing.
It's like it made it to Wait, Don't Tell Me on NPR. Their news quiz.
So yeah,
This is
these
incredible.
wonderful fellows are it looks like a weird AT-AT just centipeding down the bridge.
It looks like a bunch of people picked up like a Daihatsu Hijet, and they're slowly hijacking
and
a Daihatsu.
they're being pulled over by a man on foot.
Wait, how is that man on foot there if it's a vehicle-only bridge?
Exactly. I think that they should be off the hook because there was a person walking on the bridge, not in a cardboard bus.
Well, my favorite part is
I mean,
They
the
turn
cardboard,
around.
the cardboard
they
bus
didn't-
does look pretty legit.
It does.
Like,
So this is the
I'd be
thing.
convinced.
This is the thing. They
Look at the
made
crash
it.
protection.
They made it halfway across the bridge. They were in the dead center of the bridge, and the cop, instead of having them continue all the way, made them turn around.
That's just a dick move.
It
at
is a
that point.
dick move.
Buzzed, if you're going to be that ingenious, at least be impressed enough to let them continue. If they're halfway there,
Yeah, he did. He didn't
Look
just
at
shoot
the
him or something.
initiative. I mean, it's like painted, and it's got fake wheels and tires on it.
like they put actual effort into that.
You know,
They did.
I bet if
I'm proud of you, Russians.
I bet if they were squatting, you would never know. Because the only way you could tell were the legs.
If they made it bigger and they were squatting.
No, I think it was just, if they made it taller and then went all the way down to the ground, I think they'd be okay.
yeah.
I think so too. And if they put lights on it, like it legitimately might have been legal. Maybe like the equivalent of the
Yeah, 'cause
slow moving
it did
vehicle
look like
triangle.
it was kind of dark, so
Yeah, that's true. They didn't have
that's
lights.
probably why they got stopped. Just
So
they
it was a
didn't
lit.
have,
It was a lit bridge though.
they didn't have the lights on in their vehicle. You need at least running lights running at night.
Maybe not in Russia, but they do need a dash cam, and possibly a baseball bat.
Oh, they
'cause
probably
sell
got
a lot
pulled
of
over
those.
for the lack of dash cam.
Okay, this is a part of the story we didn't get before, but an important one nonetheless. Sorry. So, Drew, I kind of left you high and dry on the next story just because we normally switch off back and forth. But if you don't have another one,
I was reading a very funny Facebook post.
the vet, what does it
It
say?
was a Facebook that says, "The vet said my cat has been licking his penis more than usual," and then asterisk in a comment he said, "His own penis, not the vet's."
glad they made that distinction.
Oh my God.
Luckily, Modi has female vets.
No, I do want to. I want you to tell a story about your
Okay.
neighbor.
I'm sure I've alluded lightly to this in the past on MotorCult, but I bought a house and it had what was disclosed initially as a shared driveway. About 6 months of just letting them use the driveway to park next to the garage on a piece of tarmac pad, basically. The tenants next door, because it's a multifamily rental property, parked like 4 cars on this one spot pad, and it prevented both Corey and I from being able to get to work. So I called the neighboring landlord. They're like, just tow them if they block you again. We've told them they can't park there. I'm like,
No. You don't tow them. You call me, and I come over with the V10 and the tow strap, and we have a party.
Yeah, but see, if you damage the vehicle, then you're liable. So if I hire a tow company to do it and it's on my property, then there's no problem.
Yeah, but you're not hiring me. And if you don't rat me out...
Trust
then
me,
there's
Aaron
nobody to
lived with me
blame.
the last year, and he offered so many times. Like, I got my truck and I got a chain. You say the word, that thing's going down into the main street. I'm like, I appreciate that, but I also have to worry about legality. So I also appreciate that. And it would have no trouble, obviously, because via Tentora, can pull up and plane.
Yes, it literally can. It
So,
would actually tow all
after
the cars
that-
at the same time.
Yeah.
I bought an electric car, started dailying it, and it's like the perfect setup for plugging it in. Just back my car right next to the garage, plug in the charger, mount it on the garage. Used it for a year and a half. No problem. There's a couple other little back and forths here and there. The neighbors sent me a copy of an easement, which benefited me and not them, which was interesting. Gave me permission to use 5 feet of their property, which is portion of this pad. Last week, they spent 47 minutes of actual walking around time on my property with a survey crew who didn't do a very good job marking the lot line, which still, with my easement, gives me 100% permission to use all of the space I was using to park my vehicle. So these people are just super hot-headed, and I called a real estate lawyer. I got most of the details down. I got ready to send a retainer, got ready to get a second survey just to get a second set of markings, because right now they just don't make any sense. Like, literally, how they marked it, it's too close to the property line to legally be built, and it shows my garage as 3 feet on the back neighbor's property, let alone the 3 foot of fenced area I have behind it. So, like, it's clearly just, like, objectively wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So, the survey, since my lot is 110 years old, you have to measure from like 3 blocks away. So the survey gets really expensive just because there's a lot of time with the crew and they have to do intermediate stakes and things like that. So I was ready to do that. So I decided to call this property manager guy finally on the phone. And he let slip that the reason why they're pushing so hard right now to try to get this is so they can sell the property with an off-street parking spot. I'm like, I offered to buy it a year and a half ago. Would you sell it to me so we can not deal with this anymore? He's like, I would sell it to anyone. I'm like, okay, fine. Give me your number. I'd like to schedule a showing. So it's just completely asinine to me that the most efficient, easiest way to deal with this driveway issue is to buy my neighbor's house, which is what I
buy the
intend
rest
to
of the
do.
driveway.
Not only is it, when you say most efficient, most financially efficient.
It is, because like, I'm
it's
not
gonna be
just
five-
blowing $5,000 on a lawyer
Yeah.
and a survey that get me nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to buy an income property that's currently rented and
make
generating
some money.
twice as much as the
Yeah.
mortgage costs. I'm like, I would be a total buffoon to not buy this.
Right?
Yeah,
So
if
now
you-
I'm just waiting on the showing, but I'm going to buy my neighbor's house just so I don't have to worry about my driveway anymore. So there you go, guys.
I will absolutely.
Ta-da.
I think my favorite part about you buying that property is I will totally move in there and I will mow that back lawn so you don't have mosquitoes anymore. 'Cause holy crap, they never took care of that back lawn.
No, they don't do any maintenance.
The grass was always 3 feet long.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the tenants not be able to put their vacuum cleaners on the roof anymore.
That's annoying.
And I'm also going to make them take their recycling and trash cans in from the street, which is legally required every week.
I will tell them to do. I would have them do that with one exception: leave one directly in the middle of the driveway so people can't turn around in your driveway.
Yeah, I'll tell them, like, when you put them out, put them in front of the curb halfway across the driveway. As long as I can physically squeeze out,
Yeah,
you're good.
you drive a Fiat, you can get through it. But
Sure can.
The drug dealer that comes to your neighbor across the street's house with his giant
Schwandell
Hyundai-
turning around in my driveway at 2
Yeah,
in the morning
with
giving me
his-
a phone notification. I don't appreciate that. So
blinding everybody while you're having a bonfire. the
So anyway,
most annoying person.
yeah, I'll let you guys know how that goes. But I think my brother and I are going to form an LLC called Modi's Bluff LLC, and we're going to
Perfect.
buy the property.
I love
there you go.
that. That is fantastic.
And on that bombshell of
I got
screwing
one
your
more.
neighbors over. Oh, okay,
That's-
fine.
I
That's
got
how
one more.
gentrification
Thi-
works, right?
I am working on it.
This one is just. I'm going to title this under interesting engineering.
Okay. I'm so worried.
Can we? Can you go onto Haggerty.com and scroll down until you get to the article about the Brawny Bug? Because this is a vehicle that's very interesting. Because it is a tiny Jeep that will fit in the back of a Jeep. It's made for like.
What?
It's very small.
What's it called?
That's-
Brawny?
The Crofton Brawny Bug. That was.
Does not compute.
You have to scroll down.
No, I just control F.
Yeah, I know you have to scroll down because I have it up right here, from Haggerty.
Then it doesn't have Crofton in it. What's a keyword?
It says right there. You have to scroll
The
down.
actual article. It's not going to control F the big stuff.
It's from November 14th. Oh my god. Anyway,
Just scroll, Eric.
yeah, Eric, just scroll. It's like 2 button clicks away.
It's not. Scrolled all the way down. There.
No, you're not on the. Go to the
You
recent
said
articles.
Haggerty.com and scroll down. That's what I did.
Oh my god. Go to their recent articles in their
Where's
blog.
that button?
Scroll up. Articles and videos. Hover. Latest articles. Top one under articles. Hang yourself
Now
in the
what?
rafters.
Today on MotorCult,
Scroll
Eric
down.
learns how to use the internet.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Why can't I control F? This is bogus.
Because it's all right. Load more articles.
This is dumb. I
Click
hate this
this.
already
I feel like
so
there might
much.
have been
Scroll
a faster
down.
way to
Scroll
do
down.
I hate,
like
you
you're
should have
serious.
put the link
Scroll
to
down.
this. in
Right
the-
there.
This is dumb. I hate your story. I hope it's bad.
It's a funny story.
I don't care. Your story's bad. The encoding's overloaded. Everyone's suffering. This is poor.
Wait, we literally went through all of that to look at a Power Wheels.
So, all right. This is a vehicle that was
A
actually.
pneumatically tired Power Wheels.
You have to understand, this is actually a road legal Power Wheels. But so it was originally
Wouldn't it be
made.
Power's Wheel?
It was originally called a Crosley Farm O Road.
Doesn't Crosley make crappy record players?
Yeah, that too now.
Okay.
Same company, but they made cars, and
it
they
is.
actually made a 4-cylinder in the late 40s that made almost 100 almost 1 horsepower per cubic inch, which is pretty cool.
Is that the Go Devil?
No, it was a bevel-driven overhead cam inline 4. Very cool.
I'm really glad I can't see the lower half of your body right now.
Now, but this is the thing. Click on that image of the speedometer.
You're so eloquent.
So this is the thing. I think this is the most interesting way to get out of warranting a car if somebody drives like a maniac.
It looks like it says something between 50 and
It
60
says
miles per hour.
out of warranty if you take it over 50 miles an hour. And that is the most interesting way I've ever seen a car brand get out of somebody driving their car like a maniac.
See, but that makes me want to drive it over 50 miles
Yeah,
an hour.
exactly.
I'll
That's
do that on the test drive.
It's-
Your car doesn't have a warranty anymore. Sorry.
yeah, no, it's
I'll buy this other one now.
yeah, it's like if
Just wanted to make sure it could do it.
if you blow up your Porsche GT3 on the racetrack, that's not warranted. If
Are
you
you
blow it
sure,
up on
though?
the road, it's warranted. But this is the thing. It's the same concept here. That if you're driving it faster than you should be unreasonably, then it's no longer covered by warranty.
If over 50 miles per hour is unreasonable, kill me now.
Well, it was
Pretty much.
a 39 cubic inch
44
4-cylinder.
horsepower.
Yeah. And it would go. It was meant to be a farm vehicle, so like for driving across fields and stuff. So it was meant to be very small. But if you could, it was also made road legal, so you could take it out to the market and stuff. But that's why it's at such a weird speed. But I think that is probably the most interesting way of avoiding a warranty, if for when people are driving it.
I don't know if that's engineering though. That's like interesting marketing.
That's
I wanna
that's what I
know if
meant.
it-
That's what I said. I'm just gonna throw it under interesting engineering.
I want to know if it has the suspension to do 50 miles an hour across
Oh
the
my
field.
god, I couldn't. That's
I bet it feels like 100.
technically though. I think this is why that company went out of business. Is because you could technically take it 49 miles an hour across a field that was like plowed and just like all rugged and everything, break everything and then warranty it out.
Plus, I mean, look at the brake pedal travel. That thing's clearly.
It's got ludicrous brake pedal travel.
Yeah, I guess you can't see it on the TV, but on the laptop screen, it's got like 5 inches of probably non-power assisted drum brake.
Oh god, it's gotta be.
I wouldn't
awful.
want to do 50.
It was
in this.
also rear-wheel drive only.
Well,
So-
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very cool, and it had a 3-speed manual
And
transmission.
it had modern video, water temperature, and oil pressure
Yeah,
gauges. Apparently,
So it had
not.
It had a 3-speed manual transmission. However, it had 2-speed differential, so it was essentially a 6-speed
I like
manual
splitters.
transmission with 2 reverse gears.
Ooh,
Now that's some interesting engineering.
I should sell it to the cops.
That'd be a great car for meter maids.
What you gonna do?
So anyway,
Officers
that
void their
that,
warranty
that was all I
chasing
wanted to
this
say before we delivered our bombshell for the end of the episode.
All right, fine. And on that bombshell, buy your neighbor's house if you have a problem with them, and then kick them out.
Yes, Spaz, did you have
Perfect.
anything to add?
No, I think I
How much
think
do you want for your
that's,
Touareg right now?
13.5.
So 13.5. If you are a MotorCult Patreon, please message us and let us know.
Even if you're not, if you just want to buy Spaz's V10 T
Yeah,
Touareg,
become a MotorCult
If you
Patreon.
mention MotorCult, I will knock $500 off.
boom,
There you
13
go.
grand if you mention
Perfect.
MotorCult. Bam.
And if you're a subscriber, it will be 12.9. There you go.
Perfect.
I guess I'll have to kick in that extra $100 then. All right,
Yep.
fine.
Or I will. I don't know. You kick in 50, I'll kick in 50.
We'll figure it out. It's fine.
And you'll get a MotorCult sticker. It'll
Boom.
be great.
Oh,
In
yeah.
fact, we'll give
Perfect.
you 2 of them, and we'll give you early access to the merch.
There
Boom.
you go. Perfect.
Look at that swell deal. You can't even turn it down.
You literally
really
can't.
can't.
We're going
You
to have the
literally
best
can't.
deal, and it's going to involve a V10 TDI Touareg
Why would you not want that? All the
See you
hard
guys.
all the
No
hard
reason
work's
to
been
not
done.
want
on
that.
Saturday.